But all the haters on the internet and on cable TV spouting their negative opinions on just about everything.
O.J. Simpson is making a splash on Twitter. People are freaking out, allegedly being harassed by pictures of knives.
I got a little getting even to do.
Personally, I'm being attacked by his old mansplaining.
The other day I was with my boys watching the internet at a sports bar.
Is he golfing? Is that just in his house? I really don't need to hear his thoughts on anything political.
It's your vote. You're the expert. Enjoy. Take care.
But we have a whole gaggle of celebrities that have committed violent crimes. We're just too quick to forget it as a society. Here are some of the most outrageous crimes that we've collectively forgotten about. But don't worry, a celebrity remains in good character after mercilessly beating some dude. He didn't kill him like OJ. He beat him. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that cowbell for more videos like this. Also leave a comment, leave a like, and let's keep the conversation going. I'll respond. I have nothing better to do. Matthew Broderick, America's clever line inspector who was once chased by Godzilla. I liked him in The Producers too. I think he was great as a little Bloom.
I'm in pain! I'm in pain! I'm wet!
It was 1987. He was in Ireland enjoying his vacation with actress Jennifer Grey, who played his sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off just a year ago. And this is right before Dirty Dancing came out, so she was like at the height of her career. He was driving on the wrong side of the road and crashed into two local women. His injuries included a fractured leg and ribs, a concussion, and a collapsed lung. He regained consciousness in the hospital with no recollection of the incident or of most of that unfortunate day. Jennifer Grey received minimal injuries but needed neck surgery years later. Her nose escaped the crash but was later removed in like the mid-90s, unfortunately. We all miss that nose. Rest in peace, Jennifer Grey's nose. He passed all tests for substances, and witnesses state that he was driving normally before the crash. It was just a tragic mistake. And honestly, if I ever go to the UK, I'm never driving because I know, after years of doing something the same, I'm gonna drive in the UK and I'll Matthew Broderick somebody. I don't want to do that. Broderick could have been charged with causing death by dangerous driving and faced up to 5 years in prison. I'm not sure if that's really what he was charged with. It's just what I found. Death by dangerous driving. It's the UK though. They see everything a little differently. It's a little weird over there. According to my analytics, I don't get anybody from the UK, so I could talk whatever trash I want about the UK. By the way, guys, it's French fries, not chips, okay? They're delicious with ketchup, not fancy red sauce. I'm sure that's what you call it, you weirdos. He was only charged with a $175 fine for careless driving. The victim's family called this a travesty of justice. Well, Honda forgot about this incident. There is a 2012 Super Bowl commercial that stars Broderick driving, changing lanes, and telling a little girl on a roller coaster,
But sometimes you gotta live a little!
I definitely think they could have had someone else do the advert. This is a direct quote from the victim's family.
But sometimes you gotta live a little!
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, aka Calvin Broadus Jr., aka Snoop, aka D-O-double-G, aka Snoop Lion, aka that one Fortnite dance for you kids out there. You know the one. Snoop has been charged for everything from drug possession to possession of a firearm to possession of drugs and firearms. In August of 1993, Snoop had a heated run-in with rival gang members showing up outside of his apartment. Snoop and his bodyguard later found the same group at a nearby park. He parks in front of the group. They're sitting there enjoying Mexican food, which this is in LA. This happens all the time. This is like their pastime. I'm already picturing it. I really like how detailed these court cases are because I can get a real idea of the scene, what's going on, the motivation. So a gang member says, "What the f? I'm not trying to sweat you all. I'm just trying to let you know where you're at. Where you're at." I don't know what kind of accent he had. The now standing bodyguard yells from the Jeep, "Oh what, I'm a punk now?" The gang member responds with, "What?" If I'm eating Mexican food in the park after bugging some dude I didn't like, and then his friend is in a Jeep standing up saying, "Yo, I'm a punk," I would say, "What? Let me finish my burrito before you start coming at me. Do you know where you're at? This is a park in LA. We're eating our Mexican food, alright? No. Drive off with a little Snoop friend. I hear he's a rapper. Well, the bodyguard reached for his gun in his waistband and fired at the group, killing the 20-year-old man he was talking to. I know I was making light of the situation, but yeah, he killed the person I was being. Alright, I'm sorry, it's called comedy. It happened a long time ago. Not really, not a long time ago. I'm just an asshole. I'm a jerk. After writing these scripts, I've learned that I'm just a horrible person deep down inside. And you are welcome to join me in my spiral to whatever's at the bottom. Therapy. Snoop slammed on the accelerator. He drove off. They went into hiding for exactly 7 days because he had to perform Murder Was the Case at the 1993 VMAs. That's the most G thing I've ever heard in my life. Being part of a murder, then rapping about being murdered in the most popular show at the time a few days later. Snoop, what? That's amazing. Verse 3 hits pretty hard. No more Indo, gin and juice. So he's going to jail with no more drinks. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the Grey Goose, shackled from head to toe. So he's getting on the prison bus. I think that's the Grey Goose, and Chino is jail. It's jail, Snoop. 25 with an Izzo, with nowhere to gizzo. I know. So normal sentence for murder is 25 years to life, also known as Izzel if you're Snoop Dizzle. And nowhere to go, he turned go into gizzle. It was the 90s, that was rap at the time. Just bear with me. He turned himself in 2 days after the performance. After years of court dates, evidence accidentally being destroyed by LAPD, 24 witnesses, and formal statements of character from Tupac and MC Hammer, Snoop and his bodyguard were acquitted due to lack of evidence in 1996. So now when you're using the Snoop Dogg dance in Fortnite, think of that motion being used to flee a crime scene. Alright, you little ingrates? Yeah, but I guess it's appropriate for Fortnite. Marky Mark, the say hi to your mother for me guy.
Okay, donkey. Say hi to your mother for me.
The most likable dude bro guy in Hollywood.
Remember, you gotta eat right, train hard. There's realistic goals out there you gotta work hard to accomplish them, though. Right out. Peace. 5 J's. We out.
He was an asshole as a kid. He wasn't just any asshole. He was Henry Bowers from It levels of asshole. This little dude had a serious cocaine problem at 13. He used rocks and racial slurs to attack some kids on a beach while he was 15. It was so bad that a civil action had to be filed against him for violating the civil rights of his victims. At least he played Catholic Youth Organization football, where he started a fight during every practice, and sometimes the coach would see him drive in with different stolen vehicles every week. His scenes in Basketball Diaries makes a lot more sense now. I don't even think he's acting. He's actually beating up this kid. And he's actually stealing his wallet. You could even see where he rips like the pants because he's a professional. He knows how to do it. He's been doing it since he was 13. In the spring of 1988, the 13-year-old and some friends found some angel dust in someone's freezer, which is a whole story by itself. They hit the streets, robbed a pharmacy and a liquor store, and then beat a Vietnamese man with a hook. Then, with that hook, they gouged out the man's eye, leaving him blind for life. Actually, every report that I've read states that he blinded a man, not until way later where the Vietnamese man finally came out to explain the situation. Turns out he was blinded in the anti-communist South Vietnamese army while fighting alongside U.S. military troops in the Vietnam War, like 20 years before that? 10 years? 10 years before that. Mark was arrested and convinced of attempted murder and assault. He served 45 days of a 2-year sentence in an adult prison. The prison sentence changed the rotten kid from drug peddling hoodlum to breakdancing Transformer star that we all know and love today. He met up with a Vietnamese man in 2014. The man is quoted in saying he paid for his crime when he went to prison. I'm not saying that it didn't hurt when he punched me in the face, but it was a long time ago. He has grown up now. I'm sure he has his own family and is a responsible man. He is right. It was a long time ago, and Mark has done some great stuff since. He works closely with the Good Shepherd Center for homeless women and children. He also started the Mark Walberg Youth Foundation, so there's less racist cocaine-filled children in the streets. Even looking at Snoop Dogg, he donates to the homeless every Thanksgiving, and he coaches youth football. working directly with kids to keep them on the straight and narrow. And Matthew Broderick, he goes to therapy and has never spoken to the family of the victims to this day, which is fine. It was manslaughter. Like, he doesn't have to. Just would be nice, you know, give him some closure, say sorry or something, huh? Ferris Bueller? Bueller? The public works with negativity on a time frame. Once a tragedy is in the public light, it is quickly overshadowed by the next big thing. We need to recognize these events as tragic, but not let us use it as the only definition of character for these actors. Except for OJ, he is a horrible person. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Watch some of my other videos while you're here. Follow me on social media while you're at it, and have a good day.